Alright everybody, today we're going to start something new. It's called Google Sketchup, and I'm going to show you some basic tools and how everything works here. Okay, now right now I'm going to spend some time up here. Some of these are pretty obvious. That's like a line, to draw a line. Believe it or not, you don't use that too much in this program. You're going to use more of the rectangles and circles. This is to push something up. These three right here are the important ones right now. This one is to zoom. So if we want to see this guy right now, we just hold down the left mouse. We can zoom in on him. If we want to move to the right or left, use the pan tool. That'll move you around. If you want to go above an object, use what's called the orbit tool. Can I go all the way around 360 degrees? And that's what makes this a really cool program. Now, the red and the green and the blue lines are your different directions. Like blue is up and down, red is obviously to the right, and the dotted is to the left. Okay, and that's kind of how you keep your mind on what's going on, because you can zoom out a long ways here so you can get away from your project. Okay, so those are the different tools that you need to know: the orbit, the pan, the zoom, and then of course the squares and everything. So right now I'm going to show you how to make a very simple project. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get on task here. So I'm going to use my pan tool, and I'm going to say between my intersection of my green and my red line. So I'm going to take this tool here. It's called the square tool. I'm going to click on that, the rectangle. I'm going to draw a nice rectangle. Excuse me, I'm still pretty sick. Hope to get back to you guys as soon as I can. So I just made a rectangle. Now I could have drawn the lines, but see how much quicker this is? Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make my rectangle into a box. So if I use this tool right here called the push-up tool, I click on that, and I hold down the left mouse, and now I can make a box. See what I did here? Now what I want to do is I want to make a house. Alright, my man here, he needs a place to live, so we're going to zoom around. So I'm going to use this tool right here. This is called the orbit tool. So we're going to move around to the other side. You can see my house is pretty fat. I don't want my house to be that big. I'm going to use this tool here once again, and with this tool I can control how big my house is. So I'm going to go about that wide right there. Okay. Now the next thing I'm going to show you how to do is make a roof on the house. So here you grab the pencil tool. It's right here. And by scrolling across this line, when it turns like that green color right there, just draw your line across, and it turns green on the other end. That means it's a perfect line down the midpoint of the building, or the box in this case. So now I click off of that, and I go to this new tool. I haven't shown you this one yet. This one has the arrows on it. It's called the Move Copy tool. If I click on the Move Copy tool and click on the blue line and hold down the left mouse, I can lift the roof up. Okay, so that's your first step. See if you can do that for me. See if you can make a rectangle with an apex. This is called an apex, this type of roof. See if you can do that right now. Okay, that's your first lesson. See if you can